Well, hello everyone. It's Madam Vincent coming at you with another reading today from Destavia's Designs. Just to show you guys, I have some cool little projects I've been working on that are going to be available in my shop soon. So keep an eye out for the drop date on these cool little incense burners. Ta-da! Don't mind my surface. This is also my workspace for my art projects as well. Damn, that color. I'm going to be using my little frame here. Alright, so today's messages are going to be need to know basis. So the ancestors and spirit have directed me to give you what you need to know. It is a need to know basis and what you need to watch out for. So we have 3 piles here. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1, the Page of Pentacles. Pile 2, the Queen of Swords. And pile 3, the 5 of Wands. Take some time, pause the video, meditate, and only take the messages that resonate with you. Don't make it fit if it don't fit, okay? If the shoe don't fit, please don't force yourself to wear it, okay? Alright, let's hop right in. Okay, if you chose the Page of Pentacles, this is your pile 1. So you chose the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you may be either receiving an offering or giving an offering or thinking of some type of offer. Or you may be having some kind of offer coming in. You may even have to make a choice when it comes to offers. So let's see what else there's having to say for pile 1. So there's long-term good luck on the table. You need to notice your surroundings and reflect, and you need to follow your heart and the truth of a matter when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to things that are making you feel nostalgic. Perhaps you may be looking at things when it comes to a relationship, or somebody may be making that offering or extending that offer or receiving that kind of an offer. But know that this offer is going to be something that's long-term, something that may go smoothly, may even involve business and partnerships. Definitely there's a lot more than just business here on the table. It goes beyond just that. It goes into like the intimate level, like boss wife, boss husband level life. Ooh, I like the sound of that. You know, there's more than just money. There's also love in the mix. So depth in the relationships. Oh, but there's no time to be caught slacking. You need to have courage if you're the one extending this opportunity, or maybe taking, having the bravery to accept the offer that you may have, even if it's a choice or 2 or a few. Anyways, reflect on your issues and keep working on it. Keep sharpening yourself like a blade. Let go of the things that no longer serve you. The Ace is a blade. So with it comes truth. You need to follow your heart in the matter of a truth when it comes to maybe accepting an offer. You need to have courage regardless. Cycles are ending and completing right now. Death, which represents changes, whether good or bad. So again, having to reflect, there is wisdom that's needed for the situation as it develops. So you're being asked to take some time and, kind of put yourself, in life's lobby for a little bit and just kind of observe, think about things, but be strong. So things that you should know, need to know basis. So follow the map of your heart's desire with wisdom of mindful experience. Keep going. Exactly what I said. Step out of yourself and take a mental time out when necessary. Do not overexert yourself. Rest. Exactly what I was saying. Yep. Rest. And intense partnerships, 220. So maybe that number might be something relevant to you. But let's see what else. So, spirit, ancestors, what is the need to know for pile 1 before we give them advice? So some of you may have been moving real slow when it came to moving towards a certain person that carries a strong energy, somebody that embodies everything, almost like everything that you're looking for in them. This is somebody who's at their highest caliber or reaching their highest caliber and living in their most authentic self. Someone that's also not afraid to be a nurturer and at the same time knows their worth. Somebody that's very fertile regardless of gender. This is somebody that is a nurturer, somebody that's a person of the heart, and they're being divinely guided through life. This is somebody that has high hopes of achieving on lots of things. Maybe this person may like trees or plants, because back here I just see here it almost looks like a forest. Maybe this person might be an outdoors person, or may like to spend a lot of time outdoors, or maybe like forests, or just greenery in general. This person could have, well, of course, like that medium long hair, but at the same time I also see somebody that could have somebody hair in layers. Regardless, male or female. What else? Perhaps in the past you lacked ambition and drive to move forward to this person, and perhaps now you're starting to see that this person was more of a realistic choice when it came to it, regardless whether it's money, business, or, well, it seems like it's both, because we did talk about, there being business opportunities here involving somebody that perhaps you may even have an interest, or they may have an interest in you. For some of you are here managers, somebody that could be in a managerial position, or somebody in a position of authority. Again, somebody that could also be maybe in a uniform, somebody who is of a public service. For some, I hear even public defender. Somebody who is a lot more methodical, which is why they sometimes maybe may even come off slow if that is you or describing this person. Perhaps maybe in the past they have struggled with their own emotions, about how they feel or the intensity of the feelings that they've had. If this is you receiving this offering from a person, or you extending that offering, vice versa, however it fits. Perhaps you may have been struggling to realize this is a higher level commitment type of relationship that involves of course, if we're talking about boss wife, boss husband, power couple, of course it is a higher level quality type of relationship that you have to be in order to make those type of power plays in full trust of one another. So I see for both, and this is how I feel, the energy that I'm getting, that on perhaps both ends, maybe there is a underlying feeling or sensation that's there, that interconnectedness, but you're scared to trust it. But at the same time, like mirror, you both have hopes, vice versa. And if you are not really seeing anybody, this may be somebody coming in, even if it's not somebody that you know of. So regardless, things are in their moments of change. Things are, the universe is working. Right here we have, beehive, a bunch of little busy bees, completing things. So, of course, things are working around and things are going to begin to bloom. So it's only a matter of time. Just sit back and take the time to just observe and take in the moment right now. I feel like things are happening for you as well. And then the timing is what's coming up right now. What is anything else that you have to say? Ooh, that flew out. Yep, another extension of an offering. Perhaps in the past you may have experienced or went through, or maybe currently just beneath you, had experienced a loss of spiritual or material wealth, or felt like very low, or you may be coming out of that cycle. Vice versa, cycles that are ending. Now you're starting to have new concepts, new goals, new ideas, things that perhaps you didn't think of before are now being highlighted and shown to you. Things that perhaps you didn't consider of value, maybe now are more of a value and more of alignment towards you, where you kind of discover that part of yourself. So right now I feel like it's a combination of not only discovering yourself, but also discovering others discovering around you with you, which is a very interesting energy of, it gives me like very kind of like futuristic excited vibes. And even if you may not feel like it, because I feel like some of you are kind of like dealing with anxiety a little bit, or feeling uneasy because of the uncertainty, but it's like, get ready, because you may be about to hit the ground running. Because this night, even though it's the Knight of Pentacles, and usually the Knight of Pentacles is very slow, this Knight of Pentacles is actually charging already. He is no longer on his horse. He is already off the damn horse, gotten there, and already making his way towards his Empress. So, his, her, whatever, I'm gender fluid, so it doesn't matter to me. Fit the energy where it fits. Okay. So let's see. Let's make some room. All right. So perhaps in the past, somebody had a childlike perception of the world, or maybe was being immature when it came to this whole situation, and needing balance between the heart and the mind, and are just now gaining that mature perception of the world, or clarity when it comes to this situation. Again, it does say that there have been a slow, methodical, being to it, and perhaps maybe wanting to run away from the situation because of the intensity of the depth of the feeling. But now coming into more like surrendering acceptance of there's no way of getting past this without getting through it. So you might as well charge through it, but be methodical. Regardless, and expect unexpected changes around you as things are up in the air right now. And, just observe, beware of false implications. Perhaps in the past you may have lived in fantasy or illusion. Again, there's a highlighted note of an immaturity in the past and cycles ending. There is a sort of growth that happened here, transformation. So some of you may have just come out of your dark night, or had a dark night of the soul, realization or epiphany, and starting to see the light, or vice versa. Someone is having that realization about you. Perhaps in the past, maybe they dreamed a lot or daydreamed, or maybe you daydreamed about achieving goals and got stuck in your head more than actually put in that effort. Adding imagination to relationships versus seeing the reality of how things were and accepting for how things, what it was. But expect that you will be receiving important information when it comes to something, an offering of some type, or at least communication in some sort. Why did I say fort? Maybe somebody's in a fort. Maybe somebody's a service member in a fort. Here we got service. And here we got horses here. To me, every time I see horses, it reminds me of cavalry. And I love horses. And then with the Four of Pentacles, it's somebody who's just been kind of sitting in their power, or wanting to remain in their power as well. Not really moving too much. Somebody that can be smug at times. But on the positive note, this is somebody can also be, kind of sitting and being asked to rest so that you can regain your power, so that you can maintain that stamina as well, so that you can continue on this forward. I don't know why I feel like I'm reading it like if you're gonna be the person extending this offering, or that you've been wanting to or thinking about it. And if this is you, well, this is your sign and your confirmation that, this is your green light to go ahead, I guess. But let's see what else. Let's make some room here. So we got some room so that we can read a little bit more. Let's see, we have surrender, exactly what I was talking about, true offering, and right now. See, I cannot make this up. Thank you, Spirit, for all of our confirmations. So for some of you, maybe you're connected a lot with crows. Don't worry, me too. Crows are my ancestors. Or just in general, birds. There's a lot of birds. For some of you, you may even receive messages through flowers, or the natural fauna or flora, so nature itself. Some of you are being asked to take some time to sit in nature, reflect, so that you can actually receive the clarity that you need. Take the time to meditate and understand yourself and the depth of your emotions, as well as understanding where and how you can utilize that energy towards accomplishing your goals. Regardless what happens. Because, again, there's things that are up in the air right now, and then again, cycles. Right now, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. Exactly. So take it day by day. It's a need to know basis. So, slow and steady wins the race. So true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So yeah. Sometimes that even comes up as surrendering, just offering this issue to, whatever you believe in as a higher power above you, or, just in general, the spirit of your ancestors to guide you, to, advise you what you should do. Be like, hey, you know what? I don't know what to do. Can you kind of give me a sign or kind of make me realize what it is that I need to go? Because some of you, I feel like you're going to receive a specific sign, but there is somebody specifically that you may have had in your mind that for some of you, it's a past loved one, a deceased loved one that you used to be close with. For others, you're just simply going to get that message and clarity through meditation, either in nature or just being alone. But you'll receive that as soon as you ask or offer that, or for some of you that are a lot more spiritual as well, because if you're spiritual, we're here obviously. So even being like, hey, you know what, God, I don't know what to do with this. That's a true offering. You're offering your problem, like, I don't know what to do. I need your help. Can you give me a sign? Can you guide me? Can you lead me? Surrender. See, we have somebody here kind of like giving it. It's almost like if this is like this person, like, here, take it, like, please let me know what I need to do. And again, talking about transformations and the cycles. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest: to stop trying to control the whole universe. Exactly. When you release control of the things you can't control, which, that is an illusion, and you're causing yourself more pain believing that you can control something that's already out of your control. That's insanity. You might as well just let it go. So let go of the things that are no longer serving you and hindering you. Take time to, reflect on things. And if you're thinking about extending an offering to somebody, or somebody's offering you something, do your due diligence. But most of all, pile 1, follow your heart. That's pretty much what I'm getting out of it. Follow your heart. But yeah, that's it. Have a good day. If you like this reading and it resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button, share, subscribe, and, have a great day or night. Peace. Until next time. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Queen of Swords, this is your reading. Please like, share, subscribe this reading, and remember, only take what resonates for you. If the shoe don't fit, don't force to wear it, okay? Okay. Alright. The first thing that I got from your card is, I feel like you mean business. I feel like in the past, people didn't meet up to expectations, or people forced expectations onto you, or had to do with others' expectations of you for you. Without considering that you may have your own expectations for yourself, and having to cut away through those. And people may have made you a villain in their life, but who cares? At the end of the day, you have to do what's right by you and right for you. Maybe you've made others feel difficult pain, and you've had to go through difficult things to make you stronger as well. So let's get to it. So perhaps you're somebody who is very strong-willed, somebody who is very intense, somebody very attractive, very passionate. And maybe that's the same thing that you want to attract into your life as well. Somebody is equally, somebody you wants to spin the block with you. Or you want somebody to spin the block with you that way. Where it's more intense. You want something new, something strong-willed, something that's really out of love, something real. Real. Perhaps you're somebody who's, able to read people's emotions, behaviors. You can be a lot of people's close friend, but not a lot of people are that close to you, perhaps, or vice versa. I guess I feel like popular loner, lone wolf type of deal. You're there for people, but not many people are there to help you or catch you when you need them. And you've kind of gone through all of that, and it's made you certainly very, very strong. And I feel like the word that comes up to me as well is like a bit stern when you need to be. But that doesn't mean that you can't be gentle. And there's somebody definitely that's looking at you, directly at you. You can be somebody that may have light hair, or somebody with dark hair, or colored hair with like maybe a streak. For some of you may have like that rock and roll, rockabilly sort of style. Not necessarily, but some of you have like that alternative look. You could have light hair, or it could be light-eyed, whether it's, even light brown-eyed. You could be somebody more mature, or they could be more mature, somebody with light complexion, or not. Somebody definitely fun-loving, giving and helpful, or that could be you. Loving and kind. You can be emotional, but I feel like that's underneath it all, if this is you. On the flip side, you could be somebody that has good physique, or you're attracting somebody with good physique. Somebody can be sweet, strong, shy, a good friend, but can be distant sometimes. Maybe they see you as somebody that they want to be close friends with, or close love. They see you as a lover, close love, or want to be close love. For some of you, I feel like you may have been attracted to pile 1, because I feel like with this effeminate energy, this is representing a total empress, or like a queen, and somebody admiring her, having her on a pedestal. Perhaps that is someone that you may not be seeing you, admiring you in that fashion or form. Or this is somebody that's a special person that's just about to enter your life, that's going to put you in that pedestal and admire you in that fashion. This person, again, could have light or medium features, hair or eyes. Sometimes you already know them. With this card having spinned the first time when I had placed it down, I feel like somebody wants to spin the block with you. Could be somebody from the past, somebody that wants a new beginning with you. Perhaps in the past there was procrastination, either on one or both sides, and vital to the success of this relationship. If it was a relationship, it's usually the type of work that you don't like to do, or it's something that you kind of like drag your feet to do, but it's necessary. It's the area of your most procrastination, whether it's, for some of you, I heard it's communication. For others, it's something else, like having to work on personal issues. But for some of you, it's just biting the bullet and just saying, hey. Or for some of you, being maybe a little bit more friendly. But anyways, let's see what else you need to know for the need to know basis. Everything you need will align with you. You just need to quiet thyself. Know who you are. Exactly what I said. Some of you just need to know you. Alignment through self-discovery. Again, I feel like some of you guys may have been attracted to pile 1, because it kind of relates, or it would be kind of like the second part to pile 1. So if you're here from pile 1, you chose correctly. Hurrah, hurrah. Your intuition was on point. So keep following that gut and following your heart. So if you know, you know. And again, stalling yourself will only lead you to more disruption. Take smaller, focused steps. Caution and vigilance. Those of you that are here from pile 1, if you know, you know. Quit stalling, okay? Stop playing games now. Same thing just in general. Just pay attention, focus, be vigilant, which is how I feel you're navigating through life. Very vigilant, maybe perhaps even sometimes a little too defensive. So just be aware of that as well. Perhaps maybe that's an issue that you may need to work on, being a little too defensive sometimes. But let's see what else before you get advice. So is there anything else that pile 2 needs to know when it comes to this need to know basis situation? Okay. All right. Right at the borderline, that's why I'm blown away for you. I feel like some of you guys are like having to meet somebody halfway, or somebody wants to meet you halfway. Somebody's gonna either come to you again, somebody you may know them already, making an offering to you. Why I stuttered right now, I have no idea. You probably make this person nervous as hell. So you make them nervous to make the choice to make the first move, I suppose. They've been stuck in their head and thinking about it, delaying themselves, going back and forth, up and down, whether if they should approach or if you should approach. There's a lot of back and forth energy that has gone here. There has been a suppression of emotions, perhaps either on one or both sides. But there is happiness that is possible to exist within this. For those of you, this could be somebody that you end up sharing something very long-term with that could lead to possible family growth, pregnancy or birth. So please, those of you, watch out, be careful. An important message will arrive. Because I feel like some of you maybe feel like, I heard maybe in the past you feel like this was a washed up dream. Oh no, it's not. It's not, baby. It's not. Everything you want that is meant for you is gonna come. As a matter of fact, they're gonna already start to manifest and trickle here and there. You just have to be patient and be aware. So if you were delaying yourself in the past, because it says 9 times success was delayed, maybe you were too hard about controlling the situation and the outcome of things. And perhaps you may have had to release that control so that you can discover the strength within. And seeing different opportunities, seeing the choices that you couldn't see before, by taking the time to kind of flip the script and try to understand and take some time out. Or what I heard was take a step back. Because some of you, if not most of you, are manifesting a strong stability into your life. Some of you are manifesting your divine partner that you're going to end up marrying. Yep, manifesting. You're manifesting, and you're manifesting a stable foundation. What is this song playing? I feel like it's relevant to your reading. a second, guys. Okay, so the part that I felt that was relevant to this reading says the clock's ticking away. It's not long before I'm gray. Such a sweet eternity, and I've got no time for sympathy. I'd love to save you. I'd love to save you. I'd love to save you, but I'm already trying to save myself. So some of you are already addressing that situation that I talked about before. Again, confirming, addressing something, a personal issue that you're having to deal with. Preparations, getting you ready to accept this offering, because somebody's definitely coming in with an offering, something that you worked hard to manifest. Yep, with the Lovers, this is something that's faded. In the past, there's been a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss, things that maybe have, I heard maybe even scarred you that you've wanted to forget. But definitely Spirit has guided this situation. I feel like you're right in the right place that you need to be in, even if you feel like you aren't. Something fulfilling, a fulfilling romance is going to be headed your way. Or at least some more fulfilling partnerships and foundations in your stability, if that's what you're trying to manifest. So I feel like for a lot of you guys in this pile 2, it's a lot more when it comes to relationships. It's a lot more of a partner-based energy that I feel is incoming into this reading versus how it was just business or so. This is more options and opportunities when it comes to your love life. But let's see what other things Spirit wants to address here with your advice. Gratitude, trust, and liberation. So here we have, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for wherever I go. Yep, taking that time to kind of step back and just kind of observe the moment and just kind of grow. Again, I feel like this is that part of you that's blossoming, that has gone through those previous, maybe even cycles, that you have gratitude for what you've gone, that you're able to flow and accept things. You trust, or are beginning to trust, in the divine flow of the universe as well, and allowing yourself to go through things and transform as well. Especially those that have just gone through or have been addressing, or have already addressed, your personal issue or a situation. And again, for some of you that are stalling yourselves, or you find yourself stuck, take baby steps. Because if you stop altogether, you're going to cause yourself to delay. Just take more smaller steps, and everything that you need will align with you. You just need to quiet yourself, quiet negative attitudes if you've had them. Because I feel like, again, a lot of you may have dealt with a lot of expectations from others. And having not met others' expectations has put a lot of burden on you, because again, people live in their own fantasies as well about how you should be, but you are so full of ideas that you shine your own light and you cut through all of that. So know that you're already aligning with everything, and the more that you allow yourself to go in deeper and discover yourself and address these things, the more in alignment you will be to receive this. It's already here. You're just vibrationally matching with it. So that's awesome. And when this does come in, gratitude. Have immense gratitude, because you will be able to feel like, wow, okay, a whole entire other pinnacle has been unlocked for you. So with trust, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longing, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Exactly. Like I was saying, for some of you that are here from pile 1, this is only just going to fortify that message there. And of course, having that trust. And also, I feel like these two are interconnected, that you may have already just kind of trusted the situation into the divine and to how things are going to flow and develop in your favor. What I heard is the universe is conspiring in my favor. And that is the trust that you're allowing yourself to surrender all the things you cannot control and being grateful. And in turn, it's going to liberate you. So instead of transforming just like that of a butterfly, where they're kind of like subconscious transformations, because you still go through those small, what I heard is minor transformations. But this is a conscious major transformation where you're going from a butterfly to a dragonfly. And with the dragonfly's energy and demeanor and charisma and how they portray, and just in general, dragonflies are apex predators in their realm. There's nothing that's going to be able to stop you, because you've already transformed. You can see, you would have had that clarity, or you're gaining that clarity. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe them anymore that they're you. So again, it goes back to like perhaps maybe expectations that I hear sometimes, maybe even old family expectations or traditions or things that others may have wanted for you, but not necessarily the best for you. It's like the best for them that fits their narrative. You're gonna be able to free yourself and liberate yourself from all of those things, because you're really aligning yourself with what's truly for you. So that's awesome, pile 2. Well, if you enjoy this reading, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. But yeah, hope you have a great day or night. Stay safe out there, pile 2. Madam Vincent out. Till next time. Peace. Pile 3. If you chose the 5 of Wands, this is your pile. Please like, share, subscribe, and only take what message resonates. If the shoe don't fit, please don't make it. So, let's get straight into it. Let's see what the need to know basis is, what you need to know from spirit and your ancestors. So with the 5 of Wands, I feel like you've had to stay 2 steps ahead of people and really put your foot down. Maybe even have to deal with little bickering or arguments around you, or have that defensive energy for standing. I feel like some of you have been standing for what you believe in. So let's see what else is the energy here. Trial and error, reevaluating. Yeah, that could be 2 steps forward, or 3 steps forward, 2 steps back type of deal as well. So you're reevaluating your plans and your goals, strategizing so that you can move forward. Strategizing your old plans so that you can succeed. Let's see what the other cards come out to be. Perhaps you may have been defensive when it comes to somebody from the past as well. And having to heal your heart, and maybe looking for somebody on a higher, more intelligent plane for yourself. Or perhaps somebody is trying to show or wants to exemplify that of themselves to you, but they haven't found the right way of how to I guess convince you in a sense. But I don't know. I feel like this is somebody that There's a reason why you have your doubts, is what I heard. Or maybe going back and forth, and reevaluating your plans and strategizing. So, perhaps this is someone that, or maybe even you, could be that you have clear vision or goals, you know what you like, your understanding of your passions and your desires. You can be emotionally supportive or giving, somebody attractive, maybe light complexion, hair or eyes, maybe mature, well established. Somebody could be older, although not necessarily. It could be just mentally older. Somebody very emotionally intelligent, somebody gentle, kind, and can be romantic as well. I feel like this person can be very loving and nurturing and kind, but I also feel like don't piss them off because, they'll also defend themselves if necessary. But I feel like this could also be you, perhaps people from the past have been trying to come back into your life, old friends, old flames. Maybe they see how you've grown or changed and they want to reunite, or beginning to see you now as an option where maybe perhaps in the past they didn't see you as an option and you're kind of on the fence or defensive about it. Definitely hopes and wishes, and others hoping and wishing to, I heard, even date you or even have you consider them as a potential candidate. Maybe even feeling smug or prideful, or somebody could feel that way towards you because maybe you've shared interest in them. But let's see what else you got to know for this need to know basis. Alright, Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know? Spirit angels, what is this need to know? Wheel of Fortune. Here, let's do this. Maybe somebody from the past has a clear vision of you now. Maybe in the past they were just kind of like bucking around, excuse my language, and they found out. So maybe now the tables have turned. Dun dun dun. Sudden change of events in your life. Woo! Alright, Spirit, let's get to it. Yeah? From where before you may have had to defend yourself, you are now shifting. Things are changing into your favor. The universe is going to open up to you, and destiny is going to strike without a warning. You're going to start heading towards your victory. Maybe that's why you're starting to feel smug or starting to feel some pride, but please don't let it get to your head. The 7 of Pentacles. You've been putting in a lot of hard work. The Death card, cycles and transformation. Again, the tables are turning, cycles are ending. And if you were down, now you're gonna be back up. And if you were up, well, perhaps if you were in the naughty side, the naughty list, well, expect for karmic evaluations, but fit it where it fits. Perhaps in the past there was a fear of, growing up or transforming, or just a fear of the unknown and what, entails, what the future entailed. But I feel like those things are beginning to change now. You're going to be having an unexpected beginning. For some of you, I heard maybe even tower, or if somebody's been messing with you, they'll be having a tower, which a tower means, a sudden change happening, whether good or bad. But things are definitely changing. The tables are definitely turning. But I don't feel like this is your energy where things are turning negatively for you, because you're moving towards success and you've put in work. So you've definitely transformed through all the hard work you've put in as well. Maybe perhaps in the past you lived in illusion and now you're seeing the reality for things are. Maybe you've been working, or you have a talent for art or music. For some of you, being creative, or others are starting to see you this way. And you will be guided pretty much by spirit, you'll find something will catch your eye or attention, and it'll draw you. So pay attention to that feeling for some of you. Again, don't make it fit if it doesn't fit, but some of you are going to be drawn or pulled towards something. I heard pay attention to that. Please listen to that. Follow your gut when it comes towards that. Perhaps in the past there was a disregard for strict rules, and maybe even your own moral codes or principles or boundaries. Maybe for some of you, your boundaries may have been crossed in the past, which is why you've had to have been defensive. There's a lot of trial and error, having to go back and forth with having to reassert those boundaries, reevaluate so that you can set your ideal goals. Like, I don't want people to cross me this way, so I'm going to reevaluate how I allow people approach me in certain manners, and then strategizing so that you can succeed. Starting to gain clear vision when it came to certain people from the past, maybe even old friends, relationships. Things are definitely shifting in your favor, shifts of energy in your favor. Again, this goes back to this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe some of you have put in all this work to align you with maybe even somebody from the past that you wished for. Somebody that's going to be intelligent partnership, somebody very important for you. But let's see what else is got to say. Give freely to receive freely. You do it for you at the end of the day. You are I and I are you. So talking about reflections and definitely like transforming and being able to give back and forth freely. And it's like being in your power as the emperor, somebody that knows their power, their ability, their depth, and their wealth and their authority, but also having the ability to be generous as well. I know the Six of Pentacles is not here, but I did see it in my mind right now, which went with this Emperor card, because I saw the image of the person of the Six of Pentacles, where he's dropping the coins down to the people that are on their knees, like, here, like, have some money, basically. Oh, maybe some of you guys are receiving financial help of some kind, or financial changes. The tables are turning when it comes to your finances, and everything is going to start changing in your favor. So again, learning to come into your spiritual gifts, focus and hone in on your skills. Some of you are going to achieve this through your spiritual gifts. For some of you, maybe you have spooky abilities. What I mean by spooky abilities is, like psychic traits. So clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, clair, la 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 la, etc. You get the point. Pay attention to how your intuition guides you. It guides us all differently. For example, I'm a multi-clair type of person. So I'm clairsentient, but I'm clairvoyant, and I'm also a medium, because I can channel messages from deceased people who are trying to get a point across as well, and provide closure. And for me, for a long time, I didn't understand why I kept on having like weird situations happening, or like freak stuff happening, and just having issues when it came to like communications, and then also perhaps seeing things, which didn't make things easier for me when I was growing up as a kid. But then I started, learning more, and I had always been interested in like spirits and ghosts, and it just came to me naturally growing up. But there was something more to that just kind of kept pulling my interest and drawing me towards something. So some of you may have a certain pull, your intuition, or like a gut feeling or a feeling in your chest that's drawing you out. That could be like your intuition. For others, you may feel like a tap on the shoulder. It just depends on you. Some of you may smell certain things or hear certain things. It just depends on how you channel, but you need to understand that you're gonna have to hone in those skills so that you can develop them and be able to flip those tables too, because things are opening up for you, or you have already put in the work and you're gonna start seeing the fruit of your labor for all of that right now. Well, when it comes to it, I feel like I should grab more, and I feel like my third eye is like really bumping and really like open. So you guys are my spiritual people. You guys are my people that are more spiritually inclined and spiritually gifted. And if you don't know that, well, welcome to the club. So here you are. Welcome. I know it's probably been a bumpy ride. Confirmation, it's probably been a bumpy ride, but hey, when you learn to hone in those skills, man, do they come in handy in the everyday. I'm gonna do something special that I didn't do for the other piles. Spirit. For the majority of pile 3, give me 3 cards to describe the main clairs. 3 cards, the 3 main clairs. So one of you has the ability to discern. Wow, I like how things got real dark real quick. You'll be able to hone things, or some of you are able to see through things in the dark or through dark times. That is a spiritual gift, being able to cut through those things and having clear vision during dark times. So discernment and foresight. Okay. For some of you are mediums that have the ability to tap into, like, have an easier ability to tap into things from the past. So maybe even tarot readers. So foresight, hindsight. Funny, spirit, funny. So looking at things, how things have affected the past and how they can affect the future, as well as being able to be someone with good judgment, make good judgment calls, and be fair. So you would be somebody that would be, say, if you were applying this to your business or your work, you would be a good judge. If you aren't already somebody doing that type of thing, this person would probably be somebody better in law enforcement themselves, and somebody as an officer, because they have to discern things. This is somebody who has to be fair. And then same thing with, so there's a lot of fairness here, but somebody here, so the other Claire, you are clairsentient. You sense things, or empath, because you have to balance emotions and you reflect. There's a mirror here as well. Some of these people here may also be empaths. A lot of you actually may be, but for sure the main ones, there's people that have the ability to see the future and have that foresight, or have inclinations or premonitions of, what we would call a deja vu. I feel like I've been here before, and this is something that maybe even somebody who's more of a, like, this Justice card type of Claire. So with the hindsight, also have that, I've been here before. This is one thing that these two share. And then the more empathic clairsentient person, they'll be able to sense this, but they may not necessarily know where it's coming from, but they'll have that innate instinct feeling like for example, like when a creature, these two may have an experience that they already know or the circumstance or the outcome from a previous lifetime, or something inside them tells them, I've been here before, I already know, I've already dealt with this before, or they have. So they have that premonition or prediction, with that foresight or hindsight to predict an outcome. And this person is operating more out of instinct. So like if you had blinders on and you're guiding yourself through darkness as well. So it's a little bit harder for the sentient empath to navigate, because you're navigating a little bit more blindly. But if you're able to quiet yourself, you'll be able to be, I feel like you're probably going to be the strongest one of the group that's here. And there's plenty of you, and you know, some of you even have all three or more. Could be like me, where you have multiple gifts. You know, as a matter of fact, a lot of us do. It just depends on how much you express to develop them as well. I feel very interesting. I feel like the song that I'm listening to is relevant to you, to this sentient. So this is all this suffering left to do, all this suffering left to do. We rip the flesh and live to see, and look at all the faces along the way. Their terror grips me close and holds me tight. And I hope I get to die another night. So this person, as somebody who's a mirror, you have to deal with a lot of stuff that people have thrown at you. So that death, those cycles, and then the wheel of fortune, things are starting to turn in your favor, especially those of you who have been severely downtrodden in your life and have had a lot of trials and tribulations, and a lot of, you know, again, trials and errors, having to keep trying and reevaluate and go through stuff over and over again. For reals. Believe the balance are gonna be, you know, evened out for you. And then let's see what messages Spirit gives us. So invite help, divine abundance, individuality. Exactly. So you may have been somebody that may have been singled out a lot because of your differences, but those are your main strengths, to be honest. And if you feel like it's too much sometimes, invite help. So invite help says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. So maybe those of you that have had that inclination that you have spiritual abilities or spiritual gifts, and you've been holding back from pursuing them, maybe now is the time where you have to just allow yourself to receive that information, or you finally have accepted, like, okay, you know what, it's time to get a grip of this ability, instead of allowing it to run amok or cause havoc. Because for some of you, I feel like you may have this ability and it may be causing you problems because it's unmanaged, in a sense, where they may be coming in, or certain things may be coming in, or information to be coming in as like intrusive thoughts, maybe even behaviors or patterns. So that's something that you would have to like really go back and look at and re-strategize and go back and look at again, and so on and so forth, especially when it came to reevaluating and evaluating things from the past, situations, relationships, how things have played out to this point as well. With divine abundance, again, going back to these changes, and the table is finally turning in your favor. You were born to align with love's will. Following the Taos and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance and not chase it. So the best way to attract abundance into your life is embodying abundance for you. You need to remember, okay? Quit BSing yourself. Stop downplaying yourself. Stop pretending like you don't know your worth and your value. And quit playing games. Stop sleeping on yourself already, okay? You know you are it, so act like it now. Because if you want better, you have to be the better. Because the better is you, and you have to make everything around you match that. And if you're not putting in effort every single day to be better than you were yesterday, it's going to be harder each day, the less you put in effort. So it's time to drop those defenses. Invite that help. If you need help, look for it, seek it out, because you are on the trajectory to success, and you are somebody that may be even anointed to do and have an even greater purpose in this life, because you're different. You're an individual that has an entirely different purpose, especially if you've never fit in before. You're gonna begin to find your tribe. You know, birds of a feather flock together. So you're gonna start truly begin to transform and soar. There's so many butterflies and birds here, birds here, birds here, butterflies, birds, and then the roses here that are blooming. So you're blooming, growing, and blossoming. And I feel like maybe you may be stuck in like a negative attitude or like energy where you're just like thinking of maybe like the negative side of things, but now is kind of time to flip the script, because things are not really like that. Anyways, individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. So again, it goes back to focusing on your skills and honing in those skills. Right here for my group 3, you're being addressed that you have spiritual gifts and abilities that you may be putting to the side. And if you're not addressing those things, they're going to address them for you, in a sense, because you're going to keep stepping on your own feet and getting in your own way until you can see that these things are here to help you move faster through life, because they're tools for you to continue to use, and tools that are awesome because not everyone has. But being, you know, that type of tool, gift and ability that we're blessed with can be a double-edged sword if you don't hone in and sharpen those skills, okay? So let's see. Yep, putting in that work, that effort, so that you can become successful. And then there's nothing that you can't do, because you're going to be forced into leadership, and intuitive thought will guide you towards this. And there's information, secret information, that will be revealed, and I would not be surprised if this is the secret information. Anyways, that's all I have for you today, pile 3. I like how your reading just kind of ended up everywhere. I love it. I love it. We're getting places. Anyways, have an amazing day or night, pile 3. And I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you'd like. Have a great time of whatever time it is in your area. Peace. Vinny out.